Alrighty boys, welcome to a brand new video. Today I want to showcase a player that I think I've showcased on this channel before, but he is worth showcasing again. Now, he is using Tyson Fury, and this man has a very interesting, very creative, and very unique style of play. I am using Anthony Rumble Johnson. We are in the heavyweight division, and of course, if you're standing with Tyson Fury in UFC 4 and the player knows what they're doing, you're in for it. So as you can see right there, we have fought before. This is not live commentary. I was not recording as this fight happened, but I'm going to talk through it, try to explain what the man was doing and what I did to try to counter what he was doing. So the first thing you're going to notice is that he's very creative with his fakes. He doesn't really throw any strikes. He doesn't commit to any strikes without faking a few times first. And the fakes are not just your normal like jab fakes, or they're very good fakes. And then you'll also notice that he is ending a lot of his combinations with a jab, but it's a specific type of jab he's throwing. It's a leaning jab. See if we can showcase right there. Show you guys what I mean by a leaning jab. Look at that. See that jab he threw right there? That jab was added to EA Sports UFC 4 as a way to bridge the gap between kicking range and boxing range. Now in this game, you have kicking range, you have elbow range, you have boxing range, and then you have out of range. Of course, your boxing range is the range from where you can land punches. Your elbow range is the range from where you can land elbows. Kicking range, of course, range from where you can land your kicks. And in outer range, you're not going to be able to land anything. The lean-in jab and the lean-in straight and all that, it was added to the game to allow you to land punches from kicking range. Another benefit that it has, though, is that it returns you to kicking range when you're done. So when you throw the shot, you don't end up in boxing range. You return back to kicking range. That's why it's a lean-in shot. You lean in, land the shot, and return back to you right there. One more benefit that it has is it results in a hit reaction every single time, which is why it's a really good shot to use to halt your opponent if they're trying to counter you. You can steal your turn. So after you throw a shot, if you want to give yourself time to retreat and not allow your opponent to go as soon as you're done, you can throw that jab, that lean-in jab at your opponent right there, and that gives you time to retreat. Or it gives you time to steal their turn and keep throwing your combinations. So it's a very good tactic to add to your game. And I noticed he was doing that right off the bat. It's what he does. Right there. He uses that to follow up with a leg kick. It's also very good to do that when you're using a taller fighter, because then you can actually reach them a lot quicker, you know, because your fighter is longer. So my game plan was to just keep things very simple. A lot of times, man, when you're facing a complicated style, the best way to battle it is not to also get complicated. This is where players make a lot of mistakes. You run into, as I rock him right there with a head kick, players run into a very complex player and they try to play the same game. Like, bro, you don't have to play that game with them, man. You don't have to start faking crazy and doing a bunch of complex shit. Keep it simple, you know? KISS. Keep it simple. And a lot of times your simplicity is actually going to lead you to success. So that's what I'm trying to do. You'll notice that I'm not doing anything too crazy. I'm looking for openings to land uppercuts. And when he's backing up, I'm noticing that he's kind of blocking his body. And so I'm looking for openings to land head kicks. I'm also looking for leg kicks. I'm looking to work his body. I'm looking to make him whiff as well, because I want his stamina lower than mine. The lower his stamina is, especially in the heavyweight division, the more damage I can do. So round number 2 starts. Notice the fakes. And another thing you guys are going to notice is I'm actually going to start using some of those lunging strikes that he was using. But I'm going to wait as he lands that beautiful jab, that lean-in jab to force me back. The difference with my tactic and his is he's doing it the whole entire fight. But what I find is that it's a lot easier to catch players off guard when you don't already give them a heads up on what you're going to do. In other words, when you surprise them with it. It's kind of like real striking, man. It's the strikes that you don't see. In the game, it kind of works the same way. Like right now, I know exactly what he's going to do as I was playing a match. I'm like, okay, he's going to throw combos. Then he's going to throw a lean-in jab to cause a hit reaction and follow up with an attack. I already know it. Because I know it, I can start making predictions. I can start working on reads I'm making. And so, what I'm going to do to him in this fight, as you guys will see, is as I rock him again, what you guys will see is I think I sat him down right here. I think so. There we go. Yes, I did. I'm going to start using very similar tactics that he was using against me, but I'm going to do it later on in the fight when he's least expecting it. And that's when it's going to have the biggest impact. So far, I've rocked him. I rocked him in the first round. Rocked him in round number 2. And we're just going to keep doing it. Look at that. Beautiful fakes, man. It's a very complicated style that he's using, man. It really is. Like, if you can get caught up in it, man. You can get caught up in watching it, getting mesmerized by it. There it is. He does that with the cross. It's beautiful. Because the moment he hits that, the moment he lands and triggers that hit reaction, he can follow up with a shot. And he's so far going for body shots or leg kicks, which is a very good way to land your leg kicks. See right there? I sneak in one of mine. You will also notice, like, I'm being very patient. I'm not rushing anything. I'm not trying to run into anything. I am showing him a lot of respect. Look for the uppercut right there. Yeah. See how he's going? He goes for that jab and then follows up with the leg kick. The good thing is that I'm not too worried about his leg kicks as Tyson Fury. He doesn't really have good leg kicks, so I'm not too worried about it. But it's still racking up points, that's for sure. And it's still doing some damage. So round number 2 is over. We definitely think, at this point I'm thinking, yeah, I definitely won both rounds. I rocked them both rounds. I did more damage both rounds. We touch gloves in round number 3, and we are going to get right back to it. Now, right here, I'm going to start implementing some of the same tactics that he was using, where I'm lunging in from afar with strikes to surprise him. Now, because I know you guys are going to ask me how he's doing that, to perform that lunging, that leaning jab or leaning cross, all you're doing is you're flicking your left stick towards your opponent, and you're pressing either jab or straight. You could also do the same thing with your hooks. Flick your left stick towards your opponent, throw a hook, and it's going to perform a forward-moving lunging hook that's going to cover a lot of distance very quickly. It's going to be very explosive. As I rock him right there, I remember at this point of the fight, I was thinking to myself, okay, he's whiffing some of these leg kicks now. If I can get myself out of range and make him right there. There you go. As I sit him down, I was thinking as I was playing, if I can get out of range, get him to whiff a leg kick, I can immediately enter the pocket explosively with one of those shots where I'm, you know, the lunging hook, that hook right there. I can perform that, enter the pocket very quickly, and rock him. And that's exactly what I did. This is something you guys can add to your game for sure. If you're facing someone that's whiffing a lot, and you remember this attack, even if you're out of range, especially with the hooks, if you're out of range, the hook is going to act as a very explosive forward-moving shot that covers a lot of distance, and it has power. So keep that in mind. Right there, he tries the hook. I rock him again. And you'll notice I'm not going crazy after I rock him. Like, I'm still respecting the man. I know I'm using Anthony Rumble Johnson, who can get tired pretty quickly. So I'm just... At this point in the fight, I was just going, you know, if I get the finish, I get the finish. If I don't, it's fine. But I'm not going to gas myself out trying to get a finish. as I rock him and sit him down again right there. Right there, hit him with that lean-in jab. Beautiful hit reaction. At this point, I'm looking to hit him with the cross, with the lean-in cross, so I can go for a head kick. You guys are going to see that. Sit him down with the jab. I didn't finish the fight right here. He was able to survive. But if you have your opponent's head health really bad, you can use that as a way to set up your head kick. You can throw 1-2, lean cross, roundhouse to the head. So that's 1-2, lean cross, and then immediately follow up with a roundhouse to the head while your opponent is in the hit reaction. That can do wonders for you. Just keep that in mind. Round number 4. Sit him down with the jab straight. See, I believe we're coming up to where I did that. Let's see. One more thing to keep in mind too, man. You gotta, when you perform this attack, you need to input the controls quickly. There can't be a delay, or else it's not gonna work. So it's gonna be flick, flick jab, flick cross, flick hook. Can't be flick, jab. It has to be flick jab, flick cross. You have to do it quickly. You have to input it fast. Rock him with the leg kick. Rock him again with that leg kick. So now we've got his leg damage. We've got his head health low as well. We are in a very good spot. And at this point in the fight, I was just looking to see where I can sneak in an opening. I mean, where I could sneak in a shot and maybe end the fight. But again, at this point, I was not forcing a finish at all. Wasn't forcing a finish because I know how dangerous it can get, especially while using someone like Rumble Johnson. You can get tired very quickly, and that's not good. Beautiful fakes from this man. There it is right there. I tried to go for that head kick from the lean, from the cross, but he was able to block it. It didn't break through his block. Right there, he's trying to work my body as well. But honestly, man, like, my health is okay. At this point in the fight, I think the only big danger in terms of health for me was my leg, if I remember correctly. But besides that, like, I'm being very patient right here. I'm taking my time. I'm not really caring too much about finishing the fight. If I get a finish, great. If not, whatever. I don't really care. I just wanted to make sure that I was putting on a good performance, keeping things as simple as possible. Yeah, see my leg right there? And I think he started getting a bit frustrated because I wasn't really giving him many opportunities to counter me. I sit him down with the lean-in jab. Almost get the finish. Survived. Saved by the bell. And we are going to head into round number 5. This was a long one, man. Long one. Hope you guys are enjoying the showcase so far. Hope you guys will learn a thing or two from the style my opponent is using, as well as how I countered it. So just in case you guys run into someone like this in the future, you know exactly how to approach it. Do not be mesmerized. Do not sit there watching them. Don't forget your own attacks. Understand that you gotta keep fighting, as I get him right there with that lean-in straight. So we beat him with his own tactic. And the reason why I was able to do it is because of my timing. I didn't start doing it right off the bat from round number 1. I waited a little bit until we got into about round number 3 with his head health lower, with him not expecting it. Boom! And we started to use the same exact tactic, and we were able to get him out of there. So Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have used this style in the past. Let me know in the comments if you've come across this man before or someone just like him that is using this style. Let me know. And if you do use this style successfully in a fight and you want to send that to me, or you come across the style on ranked and you beat it and you want to send that to me, you can feel free to do so. Also, just in general, man, if you guys have an interesting, unique, creative style that like a vast majority of people in the game are not already using, like if you have a unique style to what you're doing, I really want to see it, because at this point in the game's life cycle, that's really what I want to see. Like, I want to see creativity, I want to see uniqueness, I want to see players being individuals, doing their own thing. So if you guys have games like that, definitely send it my way and I'll be sure to promote you. But that is it. Thank you for watching, boys. I will see you later today with a brand new one. As always, stay safe. Peace out. Have a good one, boys.